Hi everybody. It has been quite a while. I am so sorry. There has been quite a bit going on in my life since December, and I've just been trying to navigate. You know, we are each masters, and masters have nothing to do with miracles going on. It has to do with how we navigate the different things that pop up in our lives. And we all have those things. We all have the obstacles and the challenges and those things that all of a sudden protrude out of the ground, out of nowhere, that you don't know where they came from. And so I've been navigating those things and finding my rhythm again. You know, we were bumped off the road due to some circumstances in regard to my ex-husband and my children, and the court systems and what they had to say about a woman in an RV traveling around the country, just kind of running all over the place as they saw it, and not being the suitable environment that the kids needed to be in. And so, you know, it's good. It's all good. It really is all good. I just came back from completing 4 of the remaining Rebel Road events, because part of what we've had to navigate is how to do this switch around events, switch around dates, figure out how to now do this based on what the temporary custody states, and you know, what dates I can do things and what dates I can't, and when I am allowed to go and do these shows, and when I don't have the kids, and then trying to navigate everything else and get moved and get settled. So, you know, it's life. It's life, and I share this with you because I know you're going through stuff. We're all going through stuff, and we're all going through life, because honestly, if it didn't exist here and we had it all, everything in line and perfect all of the time, we would evaporate and not be here anymore, because that's why we came. And so I feel like I finally got my rhythm. I'm settled into my precious little 2-bedroom condo. I've got my sacred space set up, which I'm in right now, that I love so much. And the kids, today was Chris's first day into the preschool. They had an opening finally in his little school that he was registered for in August when we were to return, and they called me and they had a little space for him. So he was so excited to go back and see friends and to play and to meet new kids. And he was such a big boy. He walked right in there and he smiled, and he went up to this little sweet little 4-year-old and said, "Hello, Wyatt, I'm Krish." And I was so proud of him, because I knew he got that. He got so much of that confidence and that willingness to just be himself, because he's been on the road and he's seen so much, and he's just been open to such a degree that he never could have been open before. And he's just in his power and his brilliance, and it was phenomenal to see. And Sage is doing amazing. He actually has gotten bumped up in 3 classes to honor and higher level of the classes. And it just goes to show, you know, there was such a concern from certain people about his homeschooling and us traipsing around the country and seeing things and not having a structure and not having a structured education plan. And he's at the top of his class, and he's doing great, and he loves school, and his teachers are just amazed and impressed at how he's just caught right up with where the rest of the class is. And I think that we limit ourselves. We look at ourselves smaller than we are, and we think that education and learning and growth has to be done in a certain way. And sometimes it's just by being there and living the adventure and seeing it all and soaking it up like a sponge, because that's what we are. And so on this 31st day of March, just before April Fool's Day, and I have a big surprise for you tomorrow. You're going to love it. I can't wait to share it with you. I cannot wait. And I will be back doing my daily diaries as of today, which is so funny, because this is the time last year when I began the daily diaries. I actually started doing this last year, and there was something in me that I wanted to connect with you. I really wanted to, and life was just moving faster than I could keep up with it the last few months, with everything that we were having to do, from move back to figure out what this whole thing was that had shown up in my life and how to navigate the other shows. And so please excuse me, please forgive me for ducking out for a little bit. And I'm back. I am back this time for good. I wanted to be back. Tucky's doing great. she is great and wants to get back to doing the videos. You know, it threw us for a loop. We had committed to something, and we had embarked on something, and it was exciting, and it was love, and it was for us, and it was for you, and it was for the world, and it was for our kids, and you know, Tuck was doing it for herself, for her heart, and I was doing it for my heart, and you know, it threw us for a loop. We didn't know what had happened or why it had happened, and it was okay, but we had to go through our process. We had to go through feeling, and we had to go through navigating, and we had to go through figuring out, all right, how do we do this now that we're in two different cities? You're living in one place and I'm living in another, but Tuck's moving to Charleston, so at some point she'll be here, and we'll get back on with stuff. But I do have lots of videos that I have not shared, people that we've met on the road that I want to share and that will be shared. I have lots of videos with Tuck and I, and so we'll be airing those in the next few weeks to get caught up. And I hope you looked at the latest issue of 1111 magazine. It's got some of the pictures from the first events and the first places, and the Red Goddess tent ceremony, and visiting different people in Toronto and Vermont and Massachusetts and New Jersey and DC, and how many amazing people and conversations. And I just want to share all of those with you, and share each and every moment as we move forward. Sedona and Phoenix and Albuquerque and Taos, you know, it was like such a completion, such an understanding, such a magical experience, because so many messages, so many meetings, so many dots connected there, and it is, I don't even know how to put it into words right in this moment. I think I'm going to have to write. I seem to find my words when I write, and then I'm able to express it. So much has happened, and I just flew back last night, and just getting back home and getting the kids into their schools, and Krish today, and so I need to write, and I'm going to be doing a lot of writing the next 60 days, I know. But I'm going to be in touch with you every single day, because you are part of my daily sacred spiritual practice. You are sacred to me, and this time is sacred to me, and it is going to be part of my daily spiritual practice to connect with you and to look at you. So when I'm looking into this camera, know that I'm looking into your eyes. And when I say I love you, I mean it. And I'm speaking to your soul, and I'm speaking to your heart, and I'm speaking to your pain, and I'm speaking to your bliss, and I'm speaking to your purpose and your experience. And I'm speaking to you as one who knows another. So, in love, of love, with love, and as love. As we move into a great time of change, and we'll talk about this great time of change that is taking place this month. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But as we move into this great time of change, when you need to feel like someone is near, just open your hand and feel the little tickle in the center of your palm, and you'll know my fingers are there. When you need to know that someone's got your back, just stop. Take a deep breath and feel the back against your back that's holding you up as you hold me up. And when you need to know that someone is right beside you, even when life sometimes feels so lonely, or sometimes things seem so unknown, and it's a path that you have no idea how to cross, then understand that I'm standing right in front of you, looking into your eyes, saying, just keep your eyes right here. We'll keep walking. Keep your eyes right here. Again, in love, of love, with love, and as love. Simran Singh is back and loves you, and is grateful to you, and desires to continue each and every step of the way right here with you. Bye.